Hey everyone, Micah here, and I was downstairs connecting deeper or connecting with Source and connecting with Gaia, and then connecting with the card that I pulled today, which I'm going to be doing, I'll probably be talking more about in an Instagram post or something like that. Well, I guess this is going on Instagram, so here you go. But it's all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, trust your gaze within. So I wrote a blog this morning, and the link is in my bio if you're interested in reading it. But in my bio, I talk about trusting your intuition and trusting yourself, and polarity in that. And a download that I actually had about a year ago came back. It was like that download came full circle, and then I was thrusted into like immediately getting up, coming upstairs, and shooting this video. Um, but what I saw was first I was looking at the card upright, and then I flipped it upside down, and I was looking at the artwork upside down. And as I was looking at it, I was like, man, um, these crystals here, right? They are connected to this energy here. And this energy here is connected to the stars and to the planets, and this is the like other end, if you will. Like it's all connected. It's one beingness. It took me flipping the card upside down to see that really the top is the bottom and the bottom is the top, and right where we are is in the middle. See this? In the middle. And it was like, it was showing me, and I have drawings of this in various places. It was showing me that the root chakra and the crown chakra are one and the same. That is if you're looking at like like your energetic system, those 2 points are the connecting points to the infinite that is. And this kind of takes, like, you have some other information that I came into or downloaded with this was when you're looking at numbers, 0 is a placeholder. So truly what exists within 0, if 0 means nothing, but what is nothing, right? Nothing is something, even if it isn't a tangible thing. So what would Mother Earth be? What would the 10th chakra be? It would be a space holder. It would be the connecting point. You see, we are the root chakra walking about in the physical form, but we are also the crown chakra walking about in physical form. Meaning, we are divine, we are God source incarnate walking about the womb of creation, where we can simultaneously create with that very source energy and harness the energy of womb, the creating point, 0 point. See, we all have the ability within this reality to create what it is that we want to create. We are all co-creating, even if you're unconscious of this. That's why this card it's so important, because all paths lead home. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you create is where you're headed. So the more conscious and the more aware of what you are doing, what you're creating, and the connections that you have, and where the energy is going, and all of that, the more awareness that you have there, the more, the higher the ability is to create something more, not more, but to create something new, right? And this ties into the fifth dimension, and creating the fifth dimension. And what is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension is true harmony, is true balance within and without. So you see why everyone's focus has been driven inward. If you're not balanced, or in harmony within, the world that you're living in around you is not going to be balanced. And now this doesn't mean that chaos is going to go anywhere, because chaos is harmony. That's how you change, evolve, and grow. We are all going to experience things within our life that are going to expand us. The point of the inverted matrix is to have that reflection there, to expand our consciousness, to create something new. I've come to the understanding that, or understanding really, that Earth is the nexus point. This is the heart, if you will, of the universe. That doesn't mean that this is the center of the universe. That just means this is the heart. This is the heaven. This is the physical matter created by the higher intelligence. That higher intelligence is you. You have that connection within. It's a matter of, are you able to create a space to experience that, which is, that brings in that metaphysical and that spiritual aspect of life, of living, of creating, of connecting to soul, of connecting to source, and understanding that, like, we are these multifaceted beings that have so many aspects and so many angles, and we are here to unify our energy so we can become one within, so we can become one without, harmonizing. And that doesn't mean our world's going to be destroyed because we're coming into one. It means that we are all going to be able to coexist within this reality without judgment, with love, being able to hold space for differences. No need for arguments, more so like conversation. Be like, I agree to disagree. Things like that. Yeah, that all just needed to come out, I guess. uh, but something else to go along with this card, it was fucking amazing. Before I came up here, I grabbed 2 crystals. Oh, I lost the page for that one. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So this, which is Merlinite, which I honestly forgot I even had, and then Selenite. A friend in South Africa actually sent this to me. Thank you. So the Merlinite is alignment of the chakra column, balancing and integrating polarities, calming one's wholeness, creating through magic. Chakras, all elements of fire and earth, which is really interesting because last couple of days I've been getting a lot of information of fire energy kind of coming around, which makes sense. I've been working with fire as well. It's one of the 4 elements, and then I being an earth sign, Taurus, it was kind of directly shown to me that Taurans will be dealing with fire energy of some sort, which there's specific signs is like Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, something like that. Virgo actually might be an earth sign. Regardless, still learning all of those things. I know them, but I don't remember them off the top of my head. So yeah, anyways. So this supports recovery from spinal misalignments and joint problems. It encourages you to reclaim exiled soul parts without judgment, and it aids elemental magic integration of the shadow mystic union, which is very interesting because again goes along with that card, and that's just what I was told. Like, I just came in here and grabbed two stones, and those were what they were, and it's just absolutely amazing. The next one was selenite, right? Spiritual activation, communion with the higher self, spirit guides and angels. The element is wind, which kind of aids with that fire and earth, like really reconstructing and being able to use that elemental magic or elemental alchemy to rearrange or transform your reality. Beautiful. And it facilitates auric cleansing, upper chakra activation, spiritual attunement. So both of these crystals just went beautifully with this card, and I couldn't. It was a lot to share, like to type out. So I really wanted to just do like a tea time with Micah and share this message. Right, this is a beautiful message, not just for myself, but for anybody experiencing the full moon energy or like the awakening, or maybe you're confused and you don't know what's going on. Like, it kind of shows you that we're all being focused within, and so just to really pay attention to those emotional triggers and kind of how you're feeling, and what is going on in your external reality, and how is that tied to how you're feeling. Don't be afraid to be aware of these thoughts. These thoughts aren't scary. It's really the emotion tied to the thought that's tied to what's happening that is causing the turmoil. So if you can kind of trace all of that back, you can come within and kind of readjust, retune like what you're doing and how you're doing things. And don't be afraid to try new things. Something else that's been coming through really heavily is the Pleiadian energy, and that energy. I mean, they're within my galactic council. They really, 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 really just want us to try and do things a different way, and at no point are you ever too old or too far gone to try something new. Even the littlest things go a really long way. Maybe you're just becoming aware of something within your reality that's affecting you. The awareness of what's going on, that little bit goes massive, moves mountains. Literally, I'm telling you, it's like the butterfly effect, moves mountains. So don't don't be too hard on yourself right now. Just understand, like, hey, things are shifting, things are changing, and just go with the flow, and don't judge yourself. Like, that's a really big message that's been coming through this whole retrograde, is kind of letting go of that judgment of our learning process and how we are going about things. It's not a matter of how we're going about things. It's the fact that we are even attempting to go about them. There's a lot of things that kind of lead up to change. So if you're in the process of changing, you've done a lot of work to even get into the process of changing. So yeah, our angels and our guides and our higher self, they're really here right now, getting that message across, trying to get us to see, like, hey, like, you've been putting in a lot of work, you've done a lot, like, take a breath and just know that you're doing it, and it's all right, and trust your intuition, like. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me in these few minutes. Yeah, I'm just still coming back to earth. So infinite love, infinite light, and infinite movement. Namaste, my friends.